Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on Saturday, July 11th, 2026. So we're currently in the midst of a hot spell of heat wave, and currently most areas of Ireland and the UK are dry and sunny, except for Scotland, Northern Ireland and parts of the east coast of England. Well, and that is where we do have some low cloud pushing in off the North Sea. Also, an area of instability is sparking off some thunderstorms over northern England. If we load that up there, you can see a few storms in Cumbria and Northumberland there. Now, for the past week, the focus of the heat has been in more southern and eastern regions. However, with the wind veering into a more easterly direction, we'll be seeing the heat transfer into more western and southern regions of Ireland and the UK. So moving on to our higher areas, you can see today largely dry and sunny away from those eastern and northern regions of the UK. And overnight tonight, we're going to see this low cloud keep spilling in from North Sea. And actually by morning tomorrow, it'll be through many areas of Britain. Ireland's day is quite clear. Now tomorrow Sunday, we'll see most of that low cloud burning off by afternoon, some lingering in Scotland and northern England. Otherwise, it is a lovely day. Sunshine, almost water wall, and possibly a few showers into the far southwest. And again, warm day, warmest in the west and southwest. Now, Sunday night, again, some low cloud along that eastern part of the UK, some mist and fog, otherwise mainly dry and clear. A bit fresher than previous nights as well, possibly. Now, Monday, again, glorious day, lots of sunshine, a bit cloudier across the east coast of the UK. Now, into Tuesday and Wednesday, we start seeing uncertainty as an area of low pressure tries to move up there from the south, trying to introduce showers and thunderstorms, but its progress is currently yet to be determined. But you can see a few showers and thunderstorms trying to push through there into Wednesday and Thursday. Right, so here's the temperature forecast. So again today, mid-20s, high 20s and low 30s across most areas away from that east coast of England and Scotland and parts of the north of Ireland. Into tonight, well, lowest temperatures possibly fresher than those of late, but still quite muggy, lows in the mid to high teens, warmest in the south. Right, so going into tomorrow Sunday, again, you can see the focus for the hot spell has shifted from east to west, so highest temperatures in the mid to high 20s and low 30s, highest across western parts of Ireland and western and southern areas of the UK, a bit fresher towards eastern coasts and any windward coast as well. Moving on into Sunday night, well, you can see temperatures starting to get a bit lower, so a bit fresher for many areas of Scotland, Wales and England, Ireland and South Wales and Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, a bit less fresh, but still temperatures starting to lower away. Still quite a warm night though for Kerry, Cornwall, and the west coast of Ireland. Into Monday again, highest temperatures possibly just a bit down on those of Sunday, but again very warm to hot. And the highest temperatures will be again in the west of Ireland and the UK, with quite a fresh easterly wind coming through as well. Now into Tuesday morning, again a bit cooler in places, and by Tuesday afternoon, same sort of story. Basically, temperatures for tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, virtually identical. Now into Wednesday, again lowest temperatures virtually identical, and then again highest temperatures Wednesday, same. Lowest temperatures into Thursday, basically the same. So temperatures that you have like today and tomorrow you will stay with those temperatures for the next week or so. Right, so moving on into the GFS run. GFS, again, high pressure is over us into our north, and pulling in a freshening easterly wind. And that will obviously transfer the heat from the east to the west and southwest. And you can see the isobars do squeeze together there by Sunday afternoon. So we do have quite a strong breeze in the south of Ireland and the UK. That high pressure stays put to our north, towards Scotland and Faroe Islands. That means that the easterly wind will persist through next week. Now, notice that these areas of low pressure to the south are starting to get a bit closer to us, bit by bit. But they are struggling against this big area of high pressure. But they do pose the risk of showers and thunderstorms into more southern regions towards midweek and beyond. And actually, I think towards the end of the week, there's a higher chance of showers and storms more universally across Ireland and the UK, as this trough does edge its way northwards as this ridge of high pressure moves towards Scandinavia a bit more. I think you see by Friday and Saturday, we're all under this trough of low pressure that will generate showers and thunderstorms for most areas. Now, beyond that, we go into a more northerly airflow, so that brings in cooler temperatures and a few showers, but still, beyond that, turning drier as high pressure tries to come in yet again. And into the last week of July there, well, we go into a westerly airflow, initially quite warm, quite dry in the south, but you can see deepening areas of low pressure towards Iceland, Greenland, Scandinavia, and the jet stream does come southwards, and we see low pressure. And we see many areas of low pressure towards the end of July. Quite a deep one there by last Monday, July, with really quite gusty winds and cool temperatures coming in behind that low as well from the North Atlantic Ocean. So here is the ECM. The ECM, once again, we have the high pressure towards our north. It's basically rooted there for the next week or so, keeping this easterly winds and the temperature profile virtually the same over the next week. Now, towards the end of the week, we'll see this high pressure again shifting northwards. The ECM has it going more towards Greenland, though, but still, that allows the area of low pressure to our south to start incrementally pushing northwards into Thursday and Friday, and that allows for showers and storms to be triggered towards the end of the week and the weekend. Now, eventually we end up under quite a deep area of low pressure by next weekend, and that will be cool and wet following thunderstorms with northerly winds, quite strong northerly winds as well, behind that low pressure. That scoots off towards Scandinavia, and we're left under a ridge of high pressure, not as hot as this one, given that it's building in behind that northerly wind. But given it's July, the sun is strong, so if we have that high pressure over us for a few days, temperatures will rise quite readily, back into the mid-20s Celsius there. And actually, towards last bit of July there, we do start seeing a more easterly airflow picking up, so that will mean temperatures rise possibly back into the high 20s Celsius, and more low pressure, possibly more thunderstorms, and back to cooler and wetter weather by the last week of July. So very changeable. After this hot spell breaks down around the weekend, possibly, unreliable, but it just shows you we have the Atlantic and the high pressure battling out with each other. Here's the UK Met run. So once again, we have the high pressure to our north. It's strong. It's keeping its easterly airflow on its southern side there, so we say easterly. Temperatures same through tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Then towards Thursday and Friday, again, notice the high pressure starting to just ease away to our east, allowing a more thundery pattern to possibly start forming over us towards the weekend. Notice as well that the UK Met Run has this low pressure staying more to the south and much less intensifies into the weekend there. So still risk of showers and storms, but that does not look promising for any sort of breakdown to the heat wave by next weekend. Here's at GEM. GEM again, easterly winds prevail through the week, and the high pressure starts to edge northwards towards the end of the week. Trough of low pressure starts to form beneath it, and we see a risk of showers and storms, with that mainly in the south because the high pressure tends to hold its ground more to our north. You see it happen there, and eventually we go into a more cooler yet drier pattern there by about the 20th of July. But still, once we get that high pressure back in over us, temperatures will rise day by day under that strong sunshine. Here's the icon run icon once again. Easterly winds prevail for the next few days. Then risk of thunderstorms possibly into the middle and latter part of the week there, as the high pressure moves towards our northeast and getting hotter as well as the wind starts to drift up there from the south and southeast. Okay, so icon by the weekend, it's staying warm. Risk of thunder mainly in eastern and southern parts of Ireland, the UK. Mainly dry for the north. Arpege. So arpege, there we go. Easterly winds persist through start of the week. Then the high pressure starts to make its slow way up to our east and north, allowing a more thundery look to start appearing. At first in the south, but possibly getting more widespread towards the end of the week. But again, that is speculative and will depend on how far north that high pressure does move, and therefore how far north that trough of low pressure does manage to get towards the end of the week. Everyone, thanks for watching. Enjoy the hot spell. Some warnings are issued for the heat for today. They're mainly in central and southern areas, but as you go into Monday, they're more into the west, southwest, and Midlands as the wind goes easterly, and the focus of the heat does shift a bit to our west. Everyone, thanks for watching. I will see you. Bye for now.